Alright guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast, episode 2. Last episode we found this epic village, and we also checked out that ravine down there, and prior to recording this, I just kind of scoured around the place and emptied out the ravine the best I could. And now we're back at the village, the epic mountain village, and today what we're going to be doing is looking for a new place to set up. And before we do leave, I did notice there was a few carrots here, and also potentially potatoes, I don't know. I really would prefer to get some potatoes. Probably afford to lose the eggs. Potatoes are definitely the most valid food source. I really forgot that they did exist. Last episode, because I've been running TEKKIT for so long, I'm used to, like, my head's in 1.2.5 mode, and a lot of features I did forget existed. So potatoes is something, even if I can find one of them at least in any of these farms, I'll definitely be a happy camper. But it looks like we're not going to have such luck. But carrots aren't too bad, and they don't need to be cooked, which is always fun. But I'm a little bit sad about the lack of potatoes, if I'm totally honest. And I'm not sure if these plants here are potatoes. If I had some bones, I'd probably bone mill it to check it out. But I think we shall move on from this village. As epic as it is, we need to set up a base and eventually set it up into hopefully a massive home, similar to what we got going in my vanilla let's play. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode of Feed the Beast. If you did miss it, that English, I will provide you with a link to episode 1 in the top left corner of this video. You can maybe click the annotation at any time, but I fear if we head out on this journey in the nighttime, we're going to get pretty much raped by mobs. There's no really nice way to put it. So I guess the jogging montage begins, but I don't think I'll time-lapse it because this landscape is just pretty amazing, and I really have not seen anything that looks ridiculously bad in this mod yet, and which is good. I still don't know how to gather those hives. The only reason why I haven't really paid attention to it because I honestly don't think it's exactly crucial at this point in the game. But if I get to the point where I feel like hives are absolutely necessary, I will divert my attention into gathering them and doing a bit of recon and trying to figure out where they are. So I don't know if this is the same meta that we approached in episode 1. But I'd really prefer to find a nice little mountainous area that is a little bit greener than the traditional mountains. As you can see, the grass in this landscape is just pretty horrendously plain, if I'm honest, which is something I really don't like about the Extreme Hills biome. Apart from that, I think they're amazing because the terrain's fantastic, and what have we got down there? Abandoned mineshaft, being all cheeky in the glitchiness. But if we can find like a desert ruin and pinch a few diamonds out of it, I'll be very satisfied. It's probably the only reason why I will pay any attention to the desert. But apart from that, it will be fairly easy to spot potential spawners. What is this? If you guys look over in the top right of the screen, you'll notice the minimap. What I'm trying to go towards is this square, and I don't know why. Why does this look weird on the minimap? I don't know why. But I was under the impression that may have been a spawner, but my eyes have deceived me. That is a deceptive little setup going on there. But all these different hives, I don't know why they're not able to be collected with pickaxes. Imagine there's some sort of tool that needs to be created in order to pick them up, but I imagine a lot of you guys have already told me how to do it. But for those who may think I'm retarded or haven't read comments, I'm recording this episode a little bit after episode 1. Went back and reviewed the footage, and made sure it was all good. And we're just continuing on where we left off to make it as organic as possible. But I'm liking the look of this upcoming area. I don't know about you guys. Preferably, I don't know if a jungle's the ideal scenario, but at the same time, if I can find a really nice looking landscape within a jungle, I will take that. And that looks ridiculous. What is this? Mini jungle. I don't know about that. But hopefully there are a few more biomes that have sexiness around this area, because I really do like this area, because we have snow over to our left, the jungle, and also the desert behind us that we just came from. So if you can find something else on the outskirts, I will be very, very content with this area. I don't really set the bar too high, but at the same in the same breath, what the fuck? What is this? What? Let me pick it up. Alright, tin ore, you're gonna have to get quicksand. What the fuck? No, I don't want that at all. Go away. Alright, so lesson of the day, don't stand in that annoying crap. But up on the minimap, I'm noticing the potential for awesomeness, and I don't know if it's another village. If it is, that'll be 3 villages I've found within 2 episodes, which is crazy. And this watercolor is really, I'm digging it. But we found some spuds, which is going to be my favourite food source for the time being, unless we find something else of awesomeness. But this village looks like it's actually pretty big, and considering it's in a jungle, or whatever this biome may be, I think this is pretty awesome. And I really like the addition of the minimap. Is this a house? Who's the dirtfish who builds a house under the ground? Luckily no one's living in there because they're not going to see the sun very often. But I'd like to find the blacksmith of this local town, raid his stuff, and then be on my merry way, I do believe. And I really like how the villages are actually in all different biomes, not just the deserts and a proven frame. This frame has proven to exist. What was I saying? I really like how the villages are actually in different biomes as opposed to just the generic areas. But that's a really disappointing blacksmith. Bad blacksmith. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you, but that annoyed me. But I don't know. I don't know what they've done in this mod pack, but the villages just look sexy as hell. But I don't know if that's going to be the place where I'd like to set up. But what I might do, guys, is do a bit of exploring off camera, speed up the process a little bit so I can get stuck into a bit of a project. But I will resume recording, guys, once I've found a little area in which I'm happy with. Alright guys, so I've just found the weirdest biome ever. The wasteland biome. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory that I'm not going to be setting up here for obvious reasons that nothing seems to be good in this area. But I also did notice this biome here. It looks like to be a swamp combo with a jungle, and I wanted to show you guys this. I just really want to find out what it is. Green swamplands. I really wish the vanilla Minecraft, the swamp, was a little bit more intriguing like this one. But I'm going to keep plodding along on my aimless journey in order to find a place where I like. But I will rejoin you guys once I've done so. Guys, I think we just found the epicest biome ever. Autumn Woods. I fucking love it already. So, I don't know if this is going to be where I set up, but I really do like the color of these trees. And if every tree that you plant looks like this in this biome, I'm going to be pretty happy. So what I want to do before I move on is just test out if these are different forms of saplings. Because I'd really like to bring some with me if it's the actual saplings that are doing it. And if not, I'll be very disappointed. I'd like to set, like, this stuff looks amazing. It's like a carnival in trees. But if we can't, if all that we get is like a, go away. What? He grabbed the flower. Do I like you or not? Nope. I do not want your flower, you pisshead. If it is not the saplings that are dropped that give you these pinky trees and stuff, I'll be a little bit sad, Panda, but I don't know, I really like this biome. And I'm just coming across a lot of crazy stuff, but I do get the sinking feeling that no amount of saplings are going to get me a pink tree in a non-autumn wood biome. But I think you guys know the drill. It looks like this landscape, apart from the awesomeness of the autumn wood, best season of the year, by the way. Apart from the awesomeness that radiates from this biome, there isn't much going on for this place. So, I'll rejoin you guys in a sec. Holy f... What the fuck is this? Like 30 seconds ago, I'm like, yes, this biome, it's alright and stuff. Not much going on for it. And then fucking bam! I walk into the fucking Lord of the Rings. Wow. Oh my goodness. If I die here, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. Fuck Earth. The worst thing about these spiders, they make so much noise and it's disgusting. But I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for putting you guys through that disgusting little display. And I've noticed if you want to, like, I don't know if beehives are useful, but if you do need them in the future, collect them at night time because they radiate a glow and you can see them very easily. Both on the minimap and in first person. But, I don't know if I'm just taking the hobbits to Isengard right now, but this looks ridiculously amazing. I'm not quite sure if these are going to be filled with, like, caves and stuff. I don't know, honestly, if I could set up in an icy fucking mountain of death. That's right, I just completely disregarded that creeper, what of it. I don't know if it'll be the smartest decision to set up in somewhere like this, but this just looks incredible. This is... what biome is this? Glacier. This is one of the coolest ones I've seen yet. I say that every time I come across a new one. And if you guys notice my coordinates, if you look underneath the minimap, if you just rewind the video and have a look at all the different places I've been to, that mini jungle, mini is the biggest bullshit statement ever. That jungle was absolutely massive, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that biome, that doesn't make any sense. But that is amazing. I would kill that guy because I know he's not going to drop anything good for me though. This glacier though, this is some of the craziest terrain. What I might do, I might actually join you guys. Let's go snoozies. I'd prefer to explore this in the daylight so I'm not being consistently bombarded with buttholes trying to kill me. But I'd like to set up next to one of these because it just gives you an amazing like landscape to look over. If I could set up a base just looking at this for a view, I'd be fairly happy because this is the coolest shit ever. And I really wish there was biomes like this in regular Minecraft. Even though this biome is extremely barren by the looks of it, it's just amazing. I don't know, I'm gonna stop riding the glacier's dick, but it does look. Just what the hell? How is that not awesome? Why can they not put that in vanilla? Rant over. But I think what we might have to do is drop our water down and keep searching. But it's a real shame that I can't find somewhere sexy close by. Because I'd really like to have this as a view. But I guess a good tip if you're near a glacier and you've got an empty bucket, Bear Grylls, punch open an ice and just steal the water. Unlimited water sources wherever you want them. But I think before I leave you guys again, I'm going to check out what's on this minimap. Because I do get the feeling there might be something interesting. What is that tree? Why is it's all so new? I don't know if it's puppy love, but this shit looks pretty cool. Oh my, what is this? This looks like a high definition texture pack would. Gimme. Akakalaka log. That's not too bad, I guess. Looks a little bit too similar to the birch, if I'm honest, but that glacier biome just looks incredible, guys. But I might keep exploring, dudes, because this is such a vast landscape. And I think I've actually found a village. So, I don't know if villages are more common in this mod, but I think this is my 4th village. And yet again, it looks very tasty. What? What are you doing? These guys are spastics, but we might raid the blacksmith if it does exist. Looks like we've got another beehive Aruni. And they look to be a little bit bigger than regular villages, but I want that. I'm like, I want it close by to where I set up because I just want to be able to look at it because it is amazing. But I might join you guys once I find, for real this time, a place to set up. Wait for it. Bam! The biggest fucking trees you've ever seen. Okay guys, this is just getting ridiculous. One tree. How big is that? That is complete overkill. That is the most ridiculous fucking tree I've ever seen. And of course there's another one right next to it. What the hell? What is this monster? That is crazy. Alright guys, so after about at least an hour, we've come across an area that I deem to be sexy enough for our presence to reside in. And this is it. We've got a glacier to that way, and some mountains to this way, and a bit of flat stuff here. So it ticks all the boxes, that's all I really want. And we also have some of those Christmas tree, steroid growing trees over that way. But for now I'm going to centralize my focus towards the more simplistic features in the landscape. I don't think I'll be best suited to be... Is that a village? That's a village. I'll probably be focusing on areas around here. Flat surfaces are generally going to be a lot easier to make your house with. So today what I'm going to do is... Really? Today what I'm going to do is establish my little hut, my little starter home. I did take a snooze just before, and I think I might move the bed actually. I was going to leave it here, but it just doesn't feel right to be there. But what I'm going to do is take the bed down here and probably work on a little bit of a house. And hopefully you can establish a little home for us to begin with. And then we can get stuck into some mods and all that stuff. I'm really looking forward to tearing open that bad boy and seeing what's underneath it. But that was a little bit disgusting. But anyway guys, as I said, I'm going to work on a little bit of a house for us to work with in the meantime. But I'm not sure, I kind of want to check this village out before we do so. But the goal is just to have a little simple hut, nothing too amazing at this stage. Just something that I can have a few rooms in to set up some machinery, some macerators, anything like in terms of like simple machinery, compressors, and all that good stuff, electric furnaces, and whatever stuff that I've also forgotten to mention. And you'll notice that I've actually got a crap ton of food, and if you guys play this mod for yourself and you come across a savanna biome, chances are you're going to find a shit ton of animals to slaughter. So if you find one of those biomes, just go to town on them because there's going to be a lot. But I think we do need to check this village. And I'm noticing that a village isn't very rare. I think I found about 10 total. And I even found one that was just completely submerged in water. Well, not submerged, it was just completely in the ocean. It was not on any land, it was just floating around the place. So that was a little bit strange. But the villages are really cool. I'm noticing that not a lot of them have blacksmiths, considering the size of them. Generally, if a village is somewhat of any decent size, generally there's going to be a blacksmith. But for some reason there just isn't always a blacksmith, which is a bit unfortunate, but not too bad nonetheless. And I just think the terrain generation overall in this mod is ridiculous, and I'm really happy that we've got a glacier in visible distance, because that biome is just amazing to look at. Even though it is fucking useless in terms of like productivity or anything like that, it's just a bit of eye candy, I'm not gonna lie. But judging by the minimap, I'm not seeing any half slabs on any roofs, so therefore I doubt we're gonna come across fucking piggies. I don't think we're gonna come across any blacksmiths anytime soon in this village. But anyway guys, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this world for a little bit, and hopefully when I resume, you guys are a little bit impressed with what I've come up with. But it shan't be too fancy, but it shall be a nice little home. So I'll be right back guys once I've got stuck into this. Alright guys, so a few hours have elapsed since we just stepped into the fucking future just then. But I've been live streaming for a couple of hours and I'm absolutely exhausted. But I've pumped a fair few hours and a fair bit of time into this world. And I think we have a very nice little house to be proud of. to consider our starter home, and I'm glad we got it done. And you can probably start to see it from here. You can see it, a little bit of the roof. And also, before I get into the house, I've also got a fair bit of stuff stocked into my inventory. I managed to make a jetpack, although I don't really have a good source of power to power the thing, which is unfortunate, which is why it's so weak. And also currently in this mod pack, considering it is alpha, these long fall boots are actually a little bit bugged in the fact that you take 0 falling damage when you hit the ground. This will not be the case forever though, but if you are playing this mod pack in the alpha version, they're pretty much the quantum boots. There was some glitch. I wasn't aware of it when I was told what they did, but that's what they do nonetheless. No falling damage currently, but this is the little area that we have, and this is the little house that I made. So this is where our foundation will begin. We've got a little bit of a farm happening over here. Got mainly 80% potatoes growing in this little patch, and we've got our 2 little beehives here doing very little work. I don't exactly know what they do too well, but whatever, beehives and shit. Anyway, onto the interior of this house. I haven't really decided on a floor, guys, so you're gonna have to help me out with a nice floor. What they can be floor, just to be unoriginal, but I don't reckon grass is the best flooring to have for an outdoor house. So if you guys can think of a block type that would be easy to get, look nice, and be good, that'd be fantastic. And obviously it's going to have to comply with the cobblestone and the redwood that I used to comprise this house. And the good thing about the cobblestone and the redwood is that both these materials are really easy to get in large quantities. And I also got a mining turtle here, which I'll probably show you guys next episode because I am running out of time for today. But we did get a lot done. We've also set up another little room here. It really doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. Just got a macerator and a generator. And that's about all we have in terms of modded equipment, unfortunately. But if we just go bam, grab a poop ton of that, hopefully it'll power it. Haven't tried it with everything, but this is basically the only way I can charge my jetpack currently. And I've noticed that it is a little bit weaker than the jetpack in the TEKKIT version. I noticed I reduced, I increased the power to about 15,000, and that lasts me about 3 minutes, which really isn't good. So this jetpack will probably last you about 10 minutes of on and off flying, which isn't too fantastic. But apart from what we've got in there, we've got this, as I said, the little potato farm, and a mini rubber tree farm here. Not exactly amazing, but before I give you guys the full tour of the house, I thought I'd show you guys just the little nooks and crannies of how it works and all that stuff. Don't know why I just locked myself out. A few little back doors in and there, and I'm probably going to expand the house into the side of this little hill area and hopefully make a nice little base interior. Either that or turn this into a completely epic mine shaft, whatever I feel like doing at the time. And I guess to finish the tour of the house, I guess we can show you the rest of what we've got our boats and hose chest, boat and a hoe, standard, a few random ingredients. I did go mining, did go on a fairly big adventure, big caving exploration, and got a bunch of stuff. Got a fair few kinky little bees all over the place. Got a few stacks of iron ore that need to be macerated. Just some miscellaneous gear. But yeah, guys, this is my house so far, and hopefully some of you guys enjoy it. And hopefully, if you were there in the stream, let me know. And hopefully, you guys had a good time. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the episode. And hopefully, I stopped saying the word hopefully. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna combust. But we also have another portal over there, but it is extremely buggy. I went in there before to get the glowstone for the jetpack, and that rendered me bugged out in the middle of the nether portal for a good 5 minutes, trying to dig my way out, as it would, I don't know, it was completely fucked up. I don't even know what happened. But anyway, guys, that was episode 2 of Feed the Beast. As always, let me know if you enjoyed it, and you're going to have to give me your opinions on the house and the progression so far, and some tips and tricks for the upcoming episodes. Some things that you might want to let other people know about that I can share through you. So if you have any comments, feel free to post them down below. But anyway guys, thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys later for the next one.